So this is example of a good seed. You are seeing the endosperm, which is the food part, the part you eat, and the seed coat, the green part around it. Let's use mango as an example. This is a mango. This is a mango seed. So the green part of that mango is the seed coat, and the other part that you eat that is inside is the endosperm. Then we have the embryo. So you can see now this when a good seed is germinating. This is an example of a good seed germinating. So this is another example of a seed. You can see a germinate seed. This is another example of a germinate seed. You can see the cotyledon. That is the part that is to sparrow, that is to germinate up for you to see. You can see the endosperm. That part will be in the ground. The endosperm will be in the ground. You also see the tap root. So that is the tap root that is taking water to supply to the other part of the plant. So you can see this is a very typical example of a germinating seed. So this is how it looks like. These factors that affect germination is water. So how the water affect germination? Your soil must be moistured. You understand? When you're planting a seed, make sure that your soil is moistured. So you have to water it a little. Make sure it's moistured, especially those that plant in the nylon or in the pot. So make sure your soil is moisture in nature. So the next one is temperature. This is where greenhouse comes in. This way you have a greenhouse to regulate the kind of temperature you're going to have within your plant. So this is where greenhouse comes in. So you need greenhouse for this point and for this temperatures purpose. So light. Plant needs sunlight to survive. Without sunlight, plant will die. Even your seed in the ground needs sunlight for him to come out, for him to germinate. Your seed needs sunlight for it to germinate. So always make sure that your seed is seeing the sunlight. Even if you plant it in a pot or in a nylon, make sure anywhere you keep it, make sure it's seeing sunlight. It's really very, very important for your plant to see sunlight. So that when the light comes, then oxygen. Your sun needs air also. Just like humans, we need air. So everything, you want to look like everything human being needs, the plant also need it. Water, temperature, light, and oxygen. These are the things your plant need. And if any of these things is lack, your plant will not germinate fine. Let's move on. So transplanting seedlings. So let's look at how to transplant seedlings. Now your seed, you have planted your seed and your seed have germinated fine. So now how do you transplant them? When do you transplant them? What do you see before transplanting? What you want to talk about now. First thing, you transplant when usually first true leaves appear. You will see the true leaves, the leaves will appear. Maybe 2 or 3 leaves will sprout out of the ground. That is time to transplant. Can be left longer when grow in cell packs or individual container. Sometimes some people plant in a cell. They do is kind of a cell box. The cell box, just like you're seeing on the screen. And after transplanting, wait 1 to 2 weeks before fertilizing at a low rate. So after you transplant finish, you have to wait 1 to 2 weeks before fertilizing at a very low rate. Don't just transplant and start fertilizing. You might kill the plant because the fertilizer might be hot. Especially organic fertilizer, they are very hot. So wait for at least 1 to 2 weeks before fertilizing at a low rate.